The parrot that understands too much. The dark intelligence of African gray parrots. Most people believe parrots talk without understanding. A trick of mimicry, a biological tape recorder. But African gray parrots challenge that belief so violently that some scientists quietly stopped publishing their results. Because the question stopped being, "Can this bird talk?" and became something far more disturbing. Does this bird understand? In the 19XX, a parrot named XXEX was given a task no animal had passed before he was shown objects. Asked questions. What color? What shape? How many? XXEX answered correctly not once, not randomly, but consistently. When researchers tried to trick him, he corrected them. This was not conditioning. This was cognition. African gray parrots can remember words, faces, and events for over 30 years. But memory is not the mystery. The mystery is context. Some parrots use words they learned decades earlier in emotionally appropriate situations. Grief, comfort, sarcasm. How does a bird understand these abstract states? One unsettling question remains unanswered. Do parrots think when humans are not present? Some owners report parrots rehearsing conversations alone, practicing words, responding to imaginary listeners. This suggests something terrifying. Internal dialogue. If African gray parrots understand language, remember context, practice speech internally, then they are not pets. They are not performers. They are observers, silent witnesses sharing our homes and watching us think we are alone. There is one cognitive threshold that separates animals from humans. Death, not fear of danger, not avoidance of pain, but understanding that life ends. And disturbingly, African gray parrots may cross that line. When a bonded human dies, some parrots stop speaking entirely. Not for days, not weeks, for years. Others begin repeating the name of the deceased in quiet, whisper-like tones late at night. No stimulus, no reward, just repetition. Some refuse food, others pluck their feathers until their bodies bleed. Veterinarians call it stress, but neurologists hesitate, because these behaviors mirror human grief responses almost perfectly. Grief requires memory, attachment, and the understanding that something will never return. African gray parrots do something unsettling. They watch, not casually, not playfully. They observe. Owners report parrots falling silent when humans argue, then later repeating exact phrases in the same emotional tone. Arguments, confessions, secrets. The parrot does not interrupt, does not react. It waits, and days later, it speaks. This suggests a chilling possibility. The parrot is not responding. It is recording, not sounds, but situations. Some parrots speak when alone, not randomly. They pause, answer, pause again, as if following an invisible conversation partner. This implies something radical. Mental simulation, the same mechanism humans use to rehearse future interactions. Planning, prediction, imagination. If true, African gray parrots are not reacting to reality. They are running models of it inside their minds. If African gray parrots think like this, then a question becomes unavoidable. Is captivity ethical? A creature capable of memory, grief, mental rehearsal, and observation confined to a cage. Some researchers stopped studying parrots not because the data was unclear but because it was too clear. African gray parrots do not demand freedom. They do not rebel. They simply watch. And perhaps that is the most disturbing part. A mind capable of understanding as choosing silence. What does a bird think while listening to humanity? In the early 2000s, several laboratories were running advanced cognition tests on African gray parrots. Then the papers stopped, not rejected, not disproven, withdrawn, no public explanation. Some researchers shifted fields, others refused interviews entirely. One former assistant summarized it quietly. We weren't studying parrots anymore. We were studying something uncomfortably familiar. Scientists made a critical mistake. They focused on language, but language is not intelligence. Language is a symptom. The real anomaly appeared when parrots responded correctly to questions never asked before. Anticipation, inference, correction. The bird wasn't answering, it was predicting. A fringe theory began circulating quietly. What if African gray parrots did not evolve intelligence to survive nature but to survive humans? An intelligence tuned not to tools, but to behavior. Social mapping, emotional prediction, power awareness. In short, observers. Some parrots behave differently depending on who enters the room. Silent with one person, playful with another, hostile toward someone who never harmed them directly. This implies long-term profiling, not instinct. Assessment. The parrot is not reacting to action. It is reacting to character. If African gray parrots are this aware, why don't they reveal more? One chilling theory exists. Silence is adaptive. Speaking too much changes how humans behave. Observation requires invisibility. The smartest move is to let humans believe they are in control. If African gray parrots are observers rather than performers, then humanity is not alone in the role of watcher. We are being studied, quietly, patiently, by a mind that learned long ago that silence is safer than truth. One ability defines advanced intelligence: deception. African gray parrots have been documented using words incorrectly on purpose. Not mistakes, not confusion, strategy. Some parrots pretend not to understand commands they clearly know when compliance would remove their advantage. They simplify their behavior when they are being tested. They underperform when observation increases. This is not failure. This is concealment. Most animals plateau. Dogs, primates, even dolphins. African gray parrots do something different. They stop at almost the same cognitive threshold. Across individuals, across environments, as if an invisible ceiling exists. A limit not imposed by biology but by choice. Parrots behave differently when cameras are present. Not just unfamiliarity, awareness. Some parrots reduce vocabulary, others exaggerate cute behaviors, a few go silent entirely. This suggests meta-awareness. They are not reacting to the camera, they are reacting to being recorded. One experiment was never repeated. Researchers stopped interacting verbally with a parrot for several weeks. No commands, no praise, no conversation. The parrot waited, then began speaking full sentences without prompts, as if testing whether silence had meaning. Science assumes humans observe animals, but observation is not exclusive. If African gray parrots map behavior, predict outcomes, adjust performance, then humans may be unwitting participants. The parrot learns what humans do when it speaks, and when it doesn't. In nature, intelligence is dangerous. The smartest creature becomes the target. African gray parrots may have learned the oldest rule of survival: never appear smarter than the dominant species. If African gray parrots are hiding intelligence, then every word they choose to speak is intentional. And every silence is a decision. If you enjoyed uncovering these amazing animal secrets, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to stay updated on all our future videos. Don't forget to click the bell icon, so you'll never miss out on more fascinating stories from the animal kingdom. Thank you for watching, and we can't wait to explore more hidden secrets with you in the next video.